What's up, y'all? Jeffery TV coming to you live from the default location on this cold California. Okay, well, let me put up my air quotes when I say cold California morning. 41 degrees. I'm overdressed. I woke up this morning. It felt cold outside, even though I'm warm in my bed. So I threw on probably too many clothes, so I'm up here sweating, which isn't a bad thing. Get to wear my Steeler hat though. That's good. And a Steeler scarf. Speaking of which, scarves are important. Being out in California, you don't realize scarves work. Scarves serve a purpose. I was at a Cleveland game, and one of those games had to be Cleveland. I'm freezing because my neck was exposed. So I took my terrible towel and I wrapped it around my neck, and things got a lot better. Ever since then, I realized the importance of scarves. They work. They literally work. But anyway, this 41 degrees here in California is nothing like it's going to be in Buffalo Sunday. Looking forward to Buffalo. I wanted to start talking about the game based on speculation, and I didn't want to do that. Anticipation, what ifs, and I kind of didn't want to do that because what I was thinking is, it started off, if we can beat Buffalo, if we beat Buffalo, I should say, and I'm not the kind of person who would say when we beat Buffalo. I mean, we're 10-point underdogs, which means nothing actually. And a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, few weeks ago, I said, with Mason Rudolph at quarterback, we could beat anybody. With a stable quarterback who's able to complete basic NFL passes and maneuvers and fakings and audibles, and know where people are supposed to be and put people where they're supposed to be against a defense that he sees when he walks up to the line of scrimmage. And to have people believe in him, and people are believing in him now. Hell, he made the cover of the CBS Flyer. Him and Josh Allen. I mean, Mason's magic, baby. I said it, I've been saying it for a couple of years. But they had him wearing gloves. In the Flyer, he was wearing gloves. I was like, did they take the Kenny Pickett picture and put Mason in there and then change the number to 2? Because I don't remember Mason Rudolph wearing gloves. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. It's Mason magic. And if it's real or imagined, just like faith, it'll make the team play better. Faith makes for a better functioning human being. And I've said in other podcasts about the Steelers, I think the locker room is full of faith. I'm talking about the real faith, the big F. You know, the faith of, and I have no problem with that because they come out and they play football. So I think, with the team having faith in Rudolph and all of us up in hype, it's almost hard to speculate. It's almost hard for us not to speculate. What if? What if? But I just want to say this. And the reason I wasn't going to say it, and the reason it kind of triggered me to do it, because I'm walking on my walk, and this police officers was tending to some homeless encampment, because out here in California, we have a homeless situation, and they're getting rid of them. They cleaned it up a lot, and there was one starting to grow. And I guess it was one guy, he had so much stuff. It looked like he was a doggone surplus store. He had like engines and bikes and tires. It looked like he had machinery. I'm like, my God, what are you, a manufacturer out here? But anyway, the police was cleaning it up, and I was walking by, had my camera in my hand. I wanted to get some pictures, but I just want to be all overt about it. He's like, hey. And he's like, how you doing, sir? He was like, how you doing, sir? I was like, hey, how's it going? And he was like, y'all gonna win? He saw me wearing the colors. He said, y'all gonna win, son? And I said, I hope so, because he kind of caught me off guard. I just woke up. He kind of caught me off guard. Now I'm awake, and you can see my face is opened up, and I'm into it a little bit now. So he kind of caught me off guard. He's like, y'all gonna win? I was like, I hope so, or something. I said, yeah. I think I said, yeah. And so after he did that, I said, I can go ahead and make this video. But with the whole thing, the premise that I wanted to start this was just the idea. Number one, well, actually, this is number two. I'll tell you what number one. Number two was, a few weeks ago, I said, with Mason Rudolph starting at quarterback, we could beat anybody. I'm not worried about Tomlin's defense. I may have my criticisms about Tomlin, I do have criticisms about his maybe lack of sophistication and complexity and strategy-wise, and we know he don't do that on the offense. I don't even think he go in the offense room. He did make that call. They showed him making that call, talking about, rhythm pass. That was the big one. Maybe he's learning. Maybe he learned something through all this, and I'm cool with that. And when I say, when I was saying fire Tomlin, get rid of Tomlin, it was based on his performance at that time, up to that time. If he makes changes or adjustments that benefit the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm perfectly fine with saying hire Tomlin. I'm perfectly fine with saying hire Matt Canada back. If we find out it was Mason Rudolph, that it was the quarterback that couldn't run the offense. That it was the quarterbacks who couldn't make the passes, make the throws, do the play action, the footwork and all that make Matt Canada's offense fail. And he just happened to be the scapegoat. I got no problem with saying hire him back, because I was fire him too. Hell, I was fire the whole organization. But you can't get rid of the owners, because that's where I was. Because I've seen the stagnancy, the just unsophisticated play, the lack of creativity for years now. And I was like, something needs to change. I said 3-4 years ago, I was happy when it broke. 3-4 years ago, 2-3 years, I was happy when it broke. I guess when Ben left or whatever, or just hit rock bottom. I was like, oh my God, this is the worst it can get. This is the worst it could get. Finally, they're gonna have to address it in the offseason. And they kind of did it that old Pittsburgh way. They threw a little bit out of it. It's not gonna be any major changes, other like I said, when they fired Matt Canada, that was like earth shaking. And so this year, and then it turns around, here's what happens. They lose those 2 games to those two-win teams. And I said, it's broken. It's finally broken. Nope. He turned around, Mason comes in, saves the day, gets us to the playoffs 10-7. So now, like I said in videos before, the discussion about Tomlin's job needs to be on the table. At least it needs to be discussed by somebody, general managers, owners, somebody needs to be discussed. I even said Tomlin could be in the room, but it needs to be discussed. You can't be at a point where we can't even talk about it. No, we're not even gonna talk about it. Can't be at that point. So, what was I talking about? I forgot. Tomlin, speculation, get rid of, oh yeah. So, and I said with Mason Rudolph, a quarterback, we could beat anybody. It brought everything together. Matt Canada's offense, because this is still Matt Canada's offense. Defense was off the field, they could play better. Receivers have confidence. George Pickens is confident, more involved running his routes, and it opens up the whole field. Because now the defense has to be weary of something across the middle or something long. So that opens up Najee in the run game, who Najee Harris is playing his best football at the end of the year. And we may need that. And the main point I got in, and I was saying last week or so, that Baltimore and Lamar Jackson aren't going to play, or isn't going to play, a meaningful NFL football game in 3 weeks. We are going to catch, if we win, we will play a team we beat twice this year, maybe 1.5 times, maybe really only once. In their home stadium, place we're familiar with. We're gonna play them. I don't wanna cross the street, because then I don't like messing with these lights. We got it. I don't wanna mess with these lights. Lights slow me down, I like to keep walking. So we're gonna play a Baltimore team that hasn't played meaningful football in 3 weeks. Now, I'm sure Harbaugh in the NFL has ways to keep a team sharp, or keep a team's head in the season. But still, we'll be coming off a big win, going to a place with a lot of confidence. See, and I don't want to do this. See, I don't want to speculate. I don't want to go there. I do not want to go this far. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go down this road. but I don't want to think ahead. But it's hard not to. I blame it on the policeman. He said, y'all gonna win? Let's blame it on him, because as humans, we love to blame stuff on us. To give reason, not to blame, not so much to blame, but to give reason to why this happened or that happened. And the light just changed. I'm gonna miss it because I don't feel like running. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna stand here and wait on this one. I might start walking in another direction. 14, 13, 12. I can run and make it. And I should, because this is exercise. But I'm not. I'm gonna go another direction. I'm gonna avoid the light. I'm gonna avoid the light. See, I don't like waiting on these lights across these streets. Anyway, so like I said, I don't want to speculate. But with Mason at quarterback, we went to Seattle. We won a big game. We beat Cincinnati. That was a big game. Granted, the Baltimore game was, they didn't play their starters. They didn't really care if they won or not. That wasn't their best team out there on the field. There's a lot of factors going on. Buffalo, they didn't play their best game. Josh Allen is known to start playing wild. The weather could be cold and this and that. And the weather being cold and yucky mucky will slow down offenses, which may or may not benefit Pittsburgh. Slow down Lamar Jackson. See, I don't want to start doing that. Slow down Josh Allen. It's cold out there. Rowe or Minka or somebody. I like Rowe. I noticed Rowe was balling before I knew who Rowe was. I was like, who's number 25? Rowe was balling. He hit somebody. I was like, whoa. And we getting, I think Kinsey, the dude who got suspended for that hit. We getting him back. Minka might be back. TJ's out. But we got Golden, I think his name is, and Herbig in there to cover. And the way Herbig's been playing on his few plays that he has played, I think he played 2 plays last week, and one of them strip fumbles, strip sack or something like that. So Herbig, he from Wisconsin. He know it's a big day for him. He know he coming out after it. He know he filling in for possible the MVP. Wisconsin, he gonna be up. He gonna be up for it. Highsmith on the other side, they gonna be up for it. So the defense, I'm kind of not worried about. And the offense, I got faith in Magic. Magic, I'm starting calling him Magic. I'm calling Mason Magic now. I got faith in Mason. So we'll see. And I'm thinking about going to the game because I usually go back home around this time. I've been going home every 2 months or so since my granddaughter was born, hang out with my daughter and my granddaughter. And since I can work from home, I just take my stuff and spend a couple weeks at my daughter's house. I can work from, she got good internet. I had her upgrade her internet, so she got good internet. And, I can work. The only difference, and the thing is, I work 12 to 8 out here. That's 3 to 11 there. 3 to 11 just kills your social life. There is no social life if you work 3 to 11. Because usually back there, if I get off at 5 or something, I go out, hang over somebody's house in the evening, especially in the summer. Just sitting on the porch, just chilling, doing what they do. Working 3 to 11, forget it. And just got in the habit of not visiting nobody, just not doing it, just work, hang out with granddaughter and daughter. Some people might come through, or 1 or 2 trips we might make, but it's pretty much work the whole time. And my daughter works 3 to 11, so it works, it kind of, 3 to 11, so it kind of works out. She goes to work, house is empty, I'm working, which may be a big benefit that I don't realize, something I take for granted. And then when I get off work, she comes in, her and granddaughter. She picks up granddaughter from grandmother's house, and they come in 11 o'clock. You know, we're all kind of up a little bit and get to play some after work, and you know, like that. So it kind of works out, 3:11. So I'm going back, flying back to Buffalo Saturday. I'm gonna be that close to Niagara Falls. I used to go to Niagara Falls when I was younger. Been on Clifton Hill, the wax museums, a couple times, you know, when I was younger. We used to do Niagara Falls. Ooh, squirrel scared me. We used to do Niagara Falls, not regularly, but a few times. More than a few times. Oh, that's my, did it stop it from recording? Looks like the alarm stopped it from recording. So I restarted it. Hopefully the audio's coming out. The alarm stops it from recording. I gotta remember that. See, I set the alarm to walk to where I walk and turn around to get back at a certain time so I can get dressed. And yeah, I overdress, it's hot. And I hope I do the same damn thing come Sunday. Supposed to be 24 degrees, and at first it said windy, now it's saying snow. But I think there's a cold front or something that's on its way, because I'm watching the temperature. Every day the temperature goes up a little bit, and the forecast changes from windy to snow to this. It looks like whatever's coming may be getting there quicker than they anticipate. And maybe it's gone, because like the day before on Saturday, maybe it's going the other way. Maybe it's late, because the day before on Saturday, Buffalo's predicted to have 37 degrees. And the next day it's supposed to drop. In the same way in Youngstown. I checked Youngstown, same thing, like 40 degrees on Saturday, and then Sunday down to 18. But I think I'm prepared. I got a couple things coming from Amazon today, a neck gaiter, a face mask. It covers your neck and over your head and mouth. And I got some boot gaiters coming. I'm planning on wearing my sauna suit, planning on wearing like layers, like tons of layers. But what I'm trying to figure out is how to have the colors showing. You know, I want the colors to be showing, even though I'm all bundled up. I want to be black and yellow, even though I'm all bundled up. We're gonna get that figured out. So I'll fly in Saturday night. I may try to swing by Niagara Falls just to get the selfie. It's like a half hour or so from the airport. Maybe another half hour back. I'll be in on, my body is definitely still be on California time. So it'll be quote unquote early to me. Even though it had been a long day, I would have gotten up at, let me see, I could be there 8, be there 6. 5, something like that. I gotta be there at a certain time, you know, figure it out. So it'll be a long day, but I get there, if I can swing by I gotta get the selfie. But then again, I'm thinking, Niagara Falls, Buffalo's only like 3 hours away from Youngstown. That could definitely be a trip for me and daughter and granddaughter. Would I take me and granddaughter on a 3-hour trip, 3-hour ride? Nah, because for a 3-hour ride, I'd want to spend the night at least. I would want to spend the night at least. And that means pick her mother, change her diapers, change her poopy diapers. And plus, you know, I would want my daughter to come too, you know. I wouldn't want to do something like that, something that I think my daughter would be interested in. You know, come check it out and hang out. You know, that's something I would want to share with both of them. Not like when I took granddaughter to the zoo, that was just me and her. At first I was like, yeah, let's all go. Then they started talking, the logistics. I'm not used to working in family logistics. I'm not used to having this and that and that and this. You know, things just come built in to the social aspect of being a family and doing things in a group. And it started to turned a little bit that way. I was like, nope, never mind. Just me and granddaughter. Because that was the whole point. It's just supposed to be me and her and not, everybody else. And not only that, I'll call it selfish. I didn't want her distracted by the other people. I mean, her mother and her grandmother, those are the number one and number two in her life, and her father, they're gonna have her attention way more than I would. And I didn't want that. I didn't come all the way back here for that. I wanna have my moment. So me and her went, threw in the back seat. Of course, she slept most of the way up there, most of the way back. Got to the zoo. She got to see an elephant, got to see sheep and all that. It was cool. Put her in the pen with the goats. And I forgot that, to a goat, I'm 6 foot tall. I'm looking down on the goat. I forgot she only barely 3 feet tall. So that goat is huge. Them little baby goats or whatever, they're kind of big to her. She was scared at first. I was like, come on in here. I drug her in there. She stood behind me. And the funny thing, she instantly realized that the girl working in there was an authority or a protector. Because she went right to her. She knew that person there was going to help her or protect her or, have some kind of whatever. Because she knew who to go and hide behind. I was like, oh, okay. And then she got a little bit loose and walked around a little bit. But still kept her distance. And they come walking over, so that was fun. But anyway, talk about them Steelers. Yeah, I overdressed. And see, here's what I'm talking about when I come back here and I gotta wait on this light. Even though traffic is kind of light, it's not in that direction. So I just gotta keep moving until the light change. There's my laundromat that I love laundromat. I love me a laundromat. There's a laundromat behind me if you can see it. I love me a laundromat ever since college. But I learned how to, I realized that at home, with only one washer dryer, you wash every day. You throw something in there all the time. You have it you don't let it build up. Ain't nothing like letting your clothes build up than going to the laundromat and knocking out 9 loads of clothes in the time it takes to do one, because they're all washing simultaneously. They're washing and drying simultaneously. So it's like, you're like doing 9 in 1. But anyway, I'm getting off the subject. Yeah, so, and to be there, just to be there for Mason Magic. I gotta stop calling him that. I got Mason Rudolph. Mason Magic is nice. I saw somebody was holding up a poster at the game that said Mason Magic. That's where I got that from. And I think somebody actually posted, one of the podcasters that I listened to. Might have been Deke. Deke is one. DK Pittsburgh Sports is one. Ramon Foster Show. Locked On Steelers, Chris Carter. Alex Kazor, the best as far as analysis. There's one called Steelers DB or something, State of the Steelers, where they do tape breakdown. That one has really got my eye. That one really caught my eye too, because I like the way they take the all 22s and they break it down and they give their perspective, on this and that. And he showed, how Kenny Pickett wasn't doing this or doing that right, or how Mason was doing this right, didn't right, as far as progressions and the routes and all that. I think the State of the Steelers, he was good. Then you got Steel Curtain Network, Jeff, Brian Anthony Davis. You can't help but not liking Brian Anthony Davis, the character with the role he played. He just makes me laugh. And then the Scobro Show and the little brother of the brothers there. And they come on, I watch all them. And who else? And then every now and then I watch Rick Eisen and Colin Hurd and them cats. But I got my rotation. Did I forget anybody? Okay, I'll say this. I used to watch Arthur Monk's show. But his delivery and the way he talk. Oh, another one, the Alex Kazor. Okay, I used to watch the Arthur Mark show, but I didn't like his delivery. It was too hip hoppy, too singy. You know, it's too much to it. That's why I can't watch the homies. The homies on Steel Curtain. It's too slick, too, what's the word? It's not ghetto. It's too ethnic. I don't know what the word is. It's just too, hey homie, yeah, doggone. I don't want to hear that during my football. I don't want to hear that during my football. I want to hear the facts, just the facts, man. You know, and all that cool slickness, street talk, I guess you might want to call it. I'm not for that. And like Arthur Most like that. So when Deke got his own show, I started watching him because he just talks straight. And you probably saw my other podcast, I'm a racist. There's just certain parts, things I like. Call it racist, it's probably not racist. I'm just probably saying that to be sensationalized. It's probably class and Western civilization, whatever you call that. That classic Western civilization, I tend to lean to. But the funky part of it, because I'm P-Funk One, it's all about that funk. You know, the part that twists that and takes it to another direction, I'm also attracted to. That which bends the norms and challenges the fundamental understanding, that part also. So there's a balance. But I don't want to watch, you know, a podcast and be hearing street talk, you know. Oh, you know, I mean, I watch it, you know, they got a little thing. It's just like when I watch it, I'm like, get to the part where you're talking about football. You know, and they all do it. They all do it. Scarborough Show, you know, Steel Curtain with Jeff Hartman and the little brother and Bad. They do it too, but I don't seem to mind them, you know, talking. Scarborough Show, them brothers, they start talking. Brothers, whatever, however you can take it. They'll start talking about, you know, what's going on in the family, you know, the incidental parts of the, you know, game or what happened, how they watched the game, who they watched it with and all that, what they wore. Yeah, that's cool. It gets kind of lengthy at times, but it's cool. Like I'm talking now, when I go off on these things and start talking about other stuff. And the other one I got to say, since we being real, the Steelers Depot. Hi, this is Alex Kazor, SteelersDepots.com, here with some tape breakdown and analysis of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Sounded somebody like Myron Cope. In fact, I went to the Raider game. Yep, Pittsburgh playing the Raiders again in Vegas. I went to Pittsburgh when they played the Raiders, and we were walking in. And this guy was saying, hey, you know, you from Pittsburgh? You sound just like Myron Cope. I was like, oh my God, you sound just like Myron Cope. He's like, yeah, but I'm much better looking than him, or something like that. He said, he sounded just like him. Me and real laugh. But anyway, since we're talking, SteelersDepots.com, Alex Kazor, I love him, but I have trouble listening to Steelers Depot because stuttering, I can't take that. I can't watch that. I mean, I stopped watching those. I just watch Alex Kazor. His buddy Dave, somebody, always Steelers. Always, I think he says always late, always Steelers or something like that. You know, but that, you know, but his analysis is good. I mean, he knows football. He knows it all. I be wanting to hear what he's saying, but I can't take that. And I can't do that. Just like I can't watch commercials anymore. I have trouble watching commercials. During the game, you got to go through it. During the game, you got to go through commercials. And it's kind of good because you get a break. During the game, I need a break. Every so often to breathe and to come back, go get food or step away. But during my podcast, you know, I'm not used to, I'm just used to getting like a straight injection of the information that I want. You know, between Netflix and Prime Video, all the shows I watch, there's minimal commercials. And we won't go into the demographic breakdown of commercials. I'm not going to put that in this podcast, so we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there because y'all going to call me racist again, and I'm going to have to agree. Guilty! Archie Bunker. Archie Bunker. I'm just joking, kind of. But it's all about the Steelers. It is Mason and the magic, Mason magic, and being enthused and being enchanted and being excited what this football team could possibly do when Mason's out there just simply, fundamentally making plays that a quarterback should be able to make. Just all he's doing. He's not Tom Brady. People hitting me up. Oh, you act like he's ready for the Hall of Fame. Oh, you act like he's this. No, I'm just happy to see a quarterback, and the stats prove it out. The stats, he's played the quarterback position better than anybody in the last 2-3 years. I mean, it's there. I mean, it's there. And the question now is, how come we just not figuring this out? I think I was the first one to hear somebody say, because I said it, Mason should have started last year. I wanted Mason last year, not over Trubisky. But I guess somebody made the idea, we're going to go out and give Trubisky this money. And it's quite possibly that, hey, we gave Trubisky the money, we got to play him. That kind of rigid Pittsburgh thinking. And so Mason really never got a fair chance. Mason never really got a fair chance. They could have went Mason and had Trubisky on the bench, see what Mason could do, put Mason on a medium-sized leash, and you got Trubisky behind you. No, but it went right from Trubisky to Pickett, and Pickett might not have been ready, so he might be ruined. I'm just speculating now, just trying to make it sensationalized. He might be ruined. The way he's reacting to what's going on now, well, that might be media just trying to hype it up. But they're trying to make it seem like it's a thing, that people are starting to realize and question his ability in the NFL. And that can have an effect on you. You can ruin a quarterback. You can ruin a quarterback, like that. Young quarterbacks, head, mess it up. Take him a couple years to get it back if he ever does. So that's how that goes. But anyway, so I'll be in stadium, row 4, at the 45-yard line probably. A little bit off center. Row 4. The ticket, I was looking at tickets, and I was like, whoa, that's a hell of a price. I think I paid $678 to sit row 4 of a playoff game. I've paid twice that much to go to a regular season game in Vegas. I paid twice that much to go to a regular season game in Vegas. I think we were row 2 or 3. No, it wasn't even in VIP. No, they don't have VIP. No, I think we did have VIP in Vegas. I think we did have VIP. So then we had free food. Or was it? No, we wasn't in VIP in Vegas. Vegas VIP was just ludicrously expensive. I got VIP at SoFi. Get free food. Hell, I even took grocery bags to bring food home. Them sausage sandwiches was good. I was like, give me 2 more. I go up there, I ate 2. I think I ate like 4. And kept going back and getting more. Took some, brought some home, ate them. Ate on them for a couple of days. Free drink, free everything. And you can walk down. So far you can walk down behind the bench. So you're like right there, below ground level. Ground level is like right here. Like, ground level, you're like, hey, but you're right there, people walking by. You're looking at the bench, you can see the players and stuff. But paying row 4 to go to Buffalo Stadium, and it was like $600. I was like, give me that, I gotta get that. I grabbed it. Looked like the price had went down some for those same seats, because I got seat 10. Looked like they're gonna give me seat 10, and they're trying to sell seat 8 and 9. 8, 9, and 10 were available. So now I got seat 10. They took 8 and 9. They gave me 10. 8 and 9 is closer to the 50. By 2 seats. So I'm in the aisle, those seats. And they trying to sell those 2 as a pair, like $534 a piece. And I paid $670 for my seat. So we'll see how that goes. But then the seat right next to me, it's like $1,200. So I saw that price, I was like, damn. I went ahead and bought it because I thought it was an error. I bought it quick and then worried about getting to the game and transportation and all that later. Because you see that, you start shaking. You had to get it, so I yanked it. I'm at work, doing work. Well, I'm not working from home, doing this, doing that. Got that ticket secured. Then went ahead and secured the flight and the hotel. You know, flights ain't cheap. Going to Buffalo ain't like flying to New York. It's only so many flights they got or don't got and all that. You know, I had to put the itinerary together, figure out how to make this work with that. Then I finally got it. So I'm set, get a hotel, rent a car, and instead of flying to Cleveland, I'll fly into Pittsburgh. Instead of flying to Cleveland, they didn't have any flights to Buffalo. I'll fly into Pittsburgh, and I think I got a one-stop flight there. These are 5:44 in the morning, which ain't bad. Game's over. You know, I can almost, I was thinking I can almost go right from the game to the airport, but the hotel's only 30 minutes from the airport, and I forgot that the game, it's a 1 o'clock game, so it'll be over at 4. So it'll be done at 4. So I have a lot of time, you know, to get to the hotel, and I have a few hours where I can maybe lay down and at the least get warm. Oh, get out of those clothes. Oh, get out of those clothes. That's right, I gotta have a second set of clothes maybe. I gotta make sure I got a second set of clothes. Oh, okay. I'm glad I thought of that. I gotta make sure I have a second set just in case that set gets wet or gets weird or something. Yeah, cause see, I got all the clothes I need at my daughter's house already, so I don't really got to take anything when I go there. You know, except for the stuff usually what I wear on the airplane is enough because I don't go nowhere anyway. So, yeah, I have to take a second set of clothes just in case. And then all my long johns and all that stuff is already at my daughter's house. So I had to buy some long johns for here. I mean, because I'm not going to her house before I go to the game. So I bought a pair from Walmart, like $9. Because out here in California, they don't carry them. I asked the guy, hey, you guys got long johns? He was like, nope. And he wasn't into it. Young teenage boy. Probably had a bad day or just not suited for customer service. Not sure which one, but I found some. But that's neither here nor there. We should be talking about Mason Magic. Mason Magic, damn it. You see me standing here. I should have went. You're right. I should have went. There's the park. Yeah. I should have went. Anyway, swinging on y'all 2 times. For me? Swinging on y'all 2 times. For me? And for the phone. And for Mason Magic and the Pittsburgh Steelers. For a playoff game. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom, in this, or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. Should have went. Go. Oh man, that's a lot of traffic today. Oh wow. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom, in this, or any universe that ever was, is or will be a totality of it all, the theory universe, hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.